Do not adjust your screens, for you have entered into Prime's World of Comics. Enjoy the show. Yes. We are coming to you live from the epic battle against the Anti-Monitor. If you would like to help prevent the crisis on Infinite Earths, please check out the Prime channel spotlights down below. Some great channels there that can help turn the tide of battle. Thank you. Coming in hot with issue number 22 of Prime Comic Haul. We got 8 comics for you today. Some good stuff. So let's get right into it. First up, we have a very good comic by Jed MacKay. Story I've been enjoying very much. This is issue number 9 of Black Cat, and I went with the standard cover A because I just think it's really cool. And this is part 2 of the Infinity Score. Now, the reason I went with this cover is the facial expressions of the Black Cat are just hilarious on this one. I'll get it real close in here and let you see. But you see, you got her right there with the tongue, and then you got her making a stupid face, and then another little tongue sticking out. You know, whereas you have a star down here at the bottom, just kind of there. And I think it's really cool though with this repeating pattern. It's really cool cover, but the story has been great. She captured Star in the last one, who is apparently a holder of the Infinity Gem, I believe, for her power, I think. But pretty cool. It looks like Black Cat's trying to, you know, capture all these characters that now have the Infinity Gems. So there's some of the artwork here. I'm not really sure what she's trying to recruit her for, but pretty cool. Like I said, overall this has been a great story. Looking forward to seeing where it's going to go. But that has been Black Cat number 9. Next up, we are continuing the Cimmerian, or Cimmerian, whatever, the Conan the Barbarian story. And this is the Man-Eaters of Zamboula number 2. I believe this is an homage cover. I'm not really sure of what, but this is the cover D by Casas. Very cool though. Very good story. Pretty interesting. Basically, in the last issue, you had Conan going to stay somewhere he shouldn't. He stays there. Some really naked woman comes out of nowhere and is like, oh, this guy just tried to have these man-eaters come kill me. And then Conan's like, okay, what the heck? And he takes out the man-eaters and saves the girl. Well, then the girl's like, oh, well, my boyfriend, apparently, he's crazy. Some guy gave him some drug and Conan knocked him out. Then the girl's like, oh, you need to go kill this guy. So it's basically where we're at. And as always, you get, you know, the great story at the end there, where it's actually the full-on story from Weird Tales, November of 1935 by Robert E. Howard, and it is Shadows in Zamboula. Very good read. Enjoy it. And in the next issue, we're going to have Beyond the Black River, so that should be pretty cool. But that has been Ablaze's Conan the Barbarian, the Man-Eaters of Zamboula, number 2. Next, we are continuing another great story by Chip Zdarsky. We have Daredevil, number 33, legacy numbering 645, and this is the standard cover A. Just love this cover. Very cool. You got Daredevil on the cover there, gritting his teeth. The horns are usually on his costume were on fire. Just looks so cool. This is Lockdown Part 3. So we're going to see what's going on with Bullseye and everything going crazy there. I believe this one should start off with Elektra and Bullseye fighting it off. Or the Bullseyes, I should say. Because there's multiple Bullseyes, which adds to the fun. Don't know how that's even possible, but pretty cool nonetheless. This is some of the artwork on the inside here. Like I said, it's been a great story. I cannot say it enough. If you have not read Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky, I highly recommend you go pick up some of the trades. Looks like we got some Iron Man coming into the fray here. But that has been Daredevil number 33. And speaking of Iron Man, we have Iron Man number 11, legacy numbering 636 by Chris Cantwell. And this is the standard cover A by Alex Ross. Because you know, I love me some Alex Ross goodness here. Which looks like you got Iron Man on the cover there, facing off with Stiltman. And I want to say it's the Crimson Dynamo, but I don't think so. I want to say he died in one of these issues. So, not really sure who the red guy is. If you know, tell me down in the comments down below. I am definitely not an authority on Iron Man and his rogues gallery, because he has a lot of mechanical type enemies, or suit wearing enemies I should say. But this continues on with the story there. Pretty cool stuff. It's been a very enjoyable story. Seeing Iron Man out and about. And you still have Hellcat there in the other dimension. Oh, this was the, okay, that's who that guy was. Alright, he was the other guy. Shoot, can't think of his name, but he's the one that's in this story. I don't know if it tells me on here or not. But Stiltman was actually, he's basically like the leader of this little group that's going on here. And the guy that's helping him is somebody else. Wish I could think of the guy's name, but at any rate, like I said, the Stiltman, he's doing his thing. It looks like Stiltman kind of comes back at the end there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Very good story so far. Another one I highly recommend that you pick up and trade if you can't get the single issues. Very good read. Iron Man number 11. Next up, I managed to pick up one of those poly-bagged black bag, I guess they call them, covers here for the last book you'll ever read. As you can see, it's got the poly bag around it. The Vault Undressed edition. This is issue number 1 of the last book you'll ever read. So let me get it open and see if I can't censor it to show it off for y'all. Alright, did my best job here trying to censor it. But as you can tell, got some boobies going on there. But main character, the writer chick here with some demons or something. Looks like she's trying to pleasure herself after getting choked there. Alright, let's get to some interiors. I'll show you a little bit about this book. Alright, there's some of the interiors on it. But basically it's about a writer and her bodyguard. And it seems like anybody who reads this book basically turns into a demon or goes crazy, something like that. It sounded like a pretty interesting premise, so I figured I'd give it a try. I got this and issue number 2. So we're gonna give it a try, see how it goes. If I like it, maybe I'll pick it up in trade, or I'll keep coming back for more on it. Single issues, I don't know. But that was the Vault Undressed edition of the last book you'll ever read, number 1. Next up, we have another great Jed MacKay story. Look at that, you get 2 in this issue of Prime's Comic Haul. But we have Moon Knight number 2, and this is legacy numbering 202. This is just your standard cover A. I thought it was pretty cool. It's by McNiven. But very cool looking Moon Knight cover here. I don't know why I'm off center here, but there you go. But it's been a good story so far. It looks like we are getting the Mr. Knight persona, which is fine with me. It's always nice to get to know some more about that character. And it looks like we have our villain from the first one, Shelby, coming into play here. But pretty cool stuff. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking spread there. Come and worship. Yes. But I am definitely looking forward to reading this issue. The first issue was great. So if this continues the trend, all for it. Now I'm probably just going to end up picking these up in trade, I believe after this issue. But it's definitely going to be well worth it. It's just getting a little too expensive to try to buy all these single issues when I'm buying so many comics, you know. So I'm going to try to start picking up more in trade here and there. Just going through the stories to see which ones I like first. But this is definitely one of them. Moon Knight number 2. Next we have an interesting read. And it's from Aftershock Comics. It is 7 Swords number 2. And this is the standard cover A for it. But this has actually been a fairly good story. It has to do with D'Artagnan from the Three Musketeers. Or the Four Musketeers, however you wish to look at it. But after his brothers had been killed, he's basically on a revenge trip against the Cardinal. And the Cardinal has amassed an artifact that is basically going to allow him to conquer the world, end the world, however you wish to look at it. But D'Artagnan has been basically tasked with getting the 7 swords together so that they may fight for, you know, the Cardinal and defeat him. But this is basically the backstory right here as to the sword. And that is the piece of the artifact right there that the Cardinal got. And hopefully I am saying this right. But like I said, it's been a very easy read, very good story. I enjoyed the first issue a whole lot. And it looks like we're about to get some more of the characters in this one. Not really sure how many issues this is going to be. I do have issue 3 as well. And I believe I pre-ordered out through 5 or 6. But very good story. It's another one that, hey, if you have a chance, pick it up. I'm sure you could probably find it as back issues right now. But it's a very good read. It's very interesting. If you like any of the, you know, old Three Musketeers days, French Revolution, swashbuckling, you know, any of this kind of stuff with kind of like religious undertones and, you know, world domination and all this kind of stuff, it's a very good read. I look forward to seeing where it goes from here and how the story is going to be. To the next one. For the final comic in this haul, we have another comic here from Blaze, and it is Space Pirate Captain Harlock number 3. And this is the cover A by Derrick Chew. And it's a very cool cover of Captain Harlock. You have a spaceship in the background back there. Really cool artwork on the back. I do like how Blaze does this. Usually they have some kind of text or something as well. A line from the story or whatever, but usually it's a picture to go with it. But this has actually been a very good story as well. I mean, I don't remember much of the Captain Harlock story from the anime, but it does a pretty good job of getting you used to the characters. It introduces these new characters here, and basically Space Pirate Captain Harlock there is trying to save the world from you know, this girl and her ice queen lady thing, alien, and you have these other aliens that are trying to take over the world, and you know, it's really cool though. I mean, you got, looks like some new one that's going to be there. Ooh, the Shadow Maison. That should be interesting. But then you get these cool, like, you know, actual bonus material by Jerome Alquier, or probably not saying that right, but it's pretty cool. You get his sketch work, which is really cool. I mean, it's always nice to see the, you know, kind of line work there and everything, which is really, really awesome. But that has been Space Pirate Captain Harlock number 3. And so that concludes another great issue of Prime's Comic Haul. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, if I got anything wrong, let me know down in the comments. It's always good to know and correct things. I'm always trying to learn about some of these characters I don't know a whole lot about. But I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. On to the next one. Prime is out my zash.